If there's one thing we can learn from this government shutdown, one very important thing is having an emergency fund. Many people say emergency. Some people say, I'm not gonna say many. Some people say having an emergency fund is just a waste. It's just a waste of money. That money could be in the stock market earning you more. But simply just having like 1 month, 3 months, emergency fund proves the point. Like, again, the government shutdown is happening. If you don't know what a government shutdown is when a spending bill cannot be reached. So the government shuts down until the proper amount of votes is passed on that spending bill. That's the short version. I'm not going to go too deep into that. So because the spending bill has not been agreed upon, the government has shut down. When the government shut down, government jobs are not paid. Luckily, Donald Trump has paid the soldiers and some of the airline pilots and traffic control. They got partial pay. Soldiers got their full pay. Airline traffic and air traffic got partial pay. Now the rest, they were out here working for free. They're gonna get their back pay, don't get me wrong. So whenever the spending bill does come through, they'll get their regular pay and then some. But right now they're not getting paid. They're showing up to work and not getting paid. And it's already been 24 days. You know what I'm saying? Going on 25 at the time of this recording. So right now, if those people that live check to check, were depending on this next check just to eat, live on, you know what I'm saying? They really hurting. They probably using their credit card and running their credit card limit up, which again, credit card limit debt is at an all-time high, but that's a whole nother video. I'm not even gonna get into that. The main thing was this video was having an emergency fund could have just simply helped a whole bunch of people out. But there's probably a whole bunch of people on government jobs that's got kids to feed. They got, people to take care of, and they did not have this emergency fund. Hopefully, they're getting through the month. Hopefully, I don't want to wish, somebody to struggle. I want them to get through. But life is about learning from people's mistakes, or learning from not even people's mistakes, just learning in general when something happened. So when something like this happened, like, dang, people out here working for free and they ain't got no supplement income coming in, they ain't got nothing to live off of, we can learn from that as, hey, if they had an emergency fund, they won't have to struggle so hard. You know what I'm saying? So we can take from that, like, hey, I've seen people go without pay. Maybe I should have an emergency fund for the time bad weather comes my way. For the time I don't have a job, I need something to live off of, And granted, emergency fund, 3 months, sometimes that's not enough. I'm not even going to front. Sometimes that's not enough, but just having it in general is better than nothing. Sometimes, sometimes emergencies last longer than 3 months. Sometimes unemployment lasts years. You know what I'm saying? Years. Sometimes unemployment lasts years. So just having 3 months of breathing room is a whole lot better than none, in my opinion. Because some people will say it's a waste to have an emergency fund. You could easily have that in the stock market, earning you way more money. And then, you just pull the money out the market when that hard time comes. And I can see some sense to that. But in my opinion, I'm not a financial advisor. Let me put that out there. In my opinion, I feel safe just having a little bit of an emergency money, and then whatever I got, I just simply throw it in the stock market. That way I know I ain't got to ever touch the money in my stock market. It can just keep growing without me taking money out of it. I don't want to get in the habit of, oh, I'm in apparel, let me take money out the stock market. I don't want to get in that habit. And then, incur, short-term gains, long-term gains, because you got to pay them taxes back, especially if you're earning gains. Right now, the market's pretty good. So if emergency was to hit me right now and I need to pull money out the market, I'll be paying some long-term gains because it's up right now. It's not down. If it was down, then that's a different story. But again, hopefully I'm not getting too far from the topic. The main thing is just simply have an emergency fund. You ain't got to have a bunch, just enough for at least 2 months, 2 or 3 months. That way you can, try to figure out, get on your feet, go do what you got to do, Uber, stuff like that. But figure out what you got to do. That's the main thing I want y'all to take away from this government shutdown. Have an emergency fund. because you never know when bad weather is going to come your way. Trust me. One thing about life, one thing we know about life, bad days is coming. It don't matter how good everything you got. You could be born with a golden spoon in your mouth. A bad day is going to come for you. That's just how life is. And it's all about how we deal with those bad days. Some people have bad days. Some people have bad months. Some people have bad years. It just is what it is. And the more you're prepared financially for it, I'm not even going to say that's going to like make things better, because just being financially prepared, you're still not going to be prepared for the emotional part. Because you can be financially prepared, but if your mind ain't right, your emotionally ain't right, your body ain't right, you know what I'm saying? It's still going to be pretty bad, but at least you got one less thing on your mind to worry about. If you just handle yourself financially, then you can, put more focus into your emotional, put more focus into your mental, stuff like that. So that's all I really got to say. I probably rambled in circles long enough. You know what I'm saying? I probably rambled long enough. The main thing, just simply have an emergency fund, because you never know when bad days going to come. You never know when you're going to get laid off. You never know if you might get injured. And the crazy thing is, quick story, if you get injured and you pay insurance on it, insurance will try to find any little minute way to not pay you. And the crazy thing is, you're paying insurance on it. Like every paycheck, you pay insurance. And they still find some minute way, like, oh, you got hurt at this location. We don't cover you getting hurt at this specific location, which is kind of crazy in my opinion. So always protect yourself. Always be thoughtful. Think ahead. Do what you can. If you can't save, don't try to tackle everything at once. If you can't save a whole bunch of money, just save simply $20 a week. $20 a week will add up for you. You gotta go through life every single day. Try just socking away $20 a week, $40 a week. Don't try to do too much. Like I'm gonna put like half my check in savings, and then I'm really struggling, like really struggling just to get through the week. Don't do yourself like that. Just do it slow increments to build up that emergency fund. With that being said, I've rambled long enough. Have a good day.